So you decided to go out in the middle of a snowstorm. Now you're stuck in a snowbank. What do you need to do? It's that time of year when everyone wants to travel, everyone wants to go see friends and family, but there are winter storms and there are dangers out there. Here are some of the things I do that help keep me safe while I'm on the road. If you've gone off the road or you're on the road and you're stuck and you're in your vehicle and you want to keep it running because that's what's keeping you warm, you forgot your winter clothes and stuff, one of the first things you need to do, keep your tailpipe clear, because if not, that exhaust has nowhere to go and it's going to come into your vehicle. If you're venturing out in winter conditions, like most of us have to, I always suggest carrying emergency bag as well as emergency clothing. And in that bag, you can have a bunch of different stuff, but one of the things that you should have too is some way to signal people that you're in the car and you're in distress. One of the ideas that you can use is all the hockey flags or Canadian flags and that they stick on windows, or magnetic ones that stick on the top of your car. Pick one of those up and write SOS or help on it in a big magic marker. So then you can, if you go off the road, you can roll down your window, stick that flag on the window, and people know that you're in distress and need help. What we've seen in the experience we can take from situations that have happened across Canada, down in the States as well, is there's a lot of times vehicles will get stuck on highways and they'll be there for a while, usually the next day even. Some people have to be rescued by snowmobiles, some people have to wait till it gets plowed out. So making sure you're going to stay warm, making sure that you're going to have enough supplies in your vehicle to get through the night or be able to walk out is a big benefit. What I like to do in my truck is keep a lot of my emergency supplies underneath the back seat. So I have an organization system here and I'm able to keep food, emergency supplies, shelter, heat, anything that I might need over a 1, 2, 3 day period. If something happens where I'm off the road or I run into a situation where I have a flat tire and don't have a spare, or basically just get stuck by myself or with others in the middle of nowhere. Some of the things I like to keep in the truck is emergency drinking water. These packets are pretty cool because it allows them to freeze and not burst. For something like this, even though it's frozen, you can easily warm it up, putting it inside your jacket or inside your vehicle for a while, and it'll warm up and you'll be able to drink this. Another one that I always keep on hand is emergency food rations. These are basically little edible food rations. They don't taste too bad, they don't taste great, but if you're hungry, that'll do in a pinch. Some of the other items that always stay in the truck is this water filter. It's a bag with a water filter, so I can hang that in a tree or hang that on the truck, and allows me to filter drinking water if I need more water. Underneath the food rations, I have tools, so I'm able to do basic repairs on the truck as well. I also have extra propane tanks so I can run my little emergency stoves. So if I need to, I can heat up water, I can have soup or tea or something like that. It will also provide heat if I need it to. Say I move to the back of the truck in the bed where I can run the stove and there's more ventilation because I can open some windows. It's a little safer than running, say, the propane stove in the cab of the truck. So it's a good option to have extra fuel available. Emergency blanket. This is a big one, so it fits a bunch of people. So I can use it to get into, I can use it to put up on windows, kind of create my own little tent in the bed of the truck or in the cab of the truck. I've got a tire repair kit, so if I have a flat tire, air compressor as well, so I can fill up air into the tire if I need to as well. Down at the other end, I've got emergency medical kit, I've got flashlights. I've even got like a waterless wash, tape, ribbon. In these green packets, which are kept down at the other end, they're all labeled. So in this one, I have more emergency food rations. I have emergency fire fuel. I have utility, so that'll include other tools, paracord, rope, ribbon, things like that. And the other one is survival. So it'll include more emergency blankets, emergency fire starters, flares, stuff like that as well. If we go to the back of the truck, you can kind of see in here I have mounts as well. I can mount extra gas cans on the side of the bed of my truck. So that's out of the way and it's handy. I'll carry extra gas in the vehicle too, or empty gas containers just in case. Usually have a wool blanket in the truck as well. We'll either do the wool blanket or a sleeping bag or something similar to be able to help keep us warm if depending on how many people are in the vehicle as well, we might carry extra stuff. I always carry a bag, and this bag has winter clothes in it. So if I'm heading to the office or heading to a Christmas event or New Year's event or something like that, and I'm, say, in my dress shoes or suit or something like that, it's not an ideal situation for me to be able to walk to, say, the next gas station if I'm on the road. If I have to climb out of the vehicle and go anywhere and leave the situation, or if I get picked up on a snowmobile, how far do I have to travel on a snowmobile in the clothes that I have with me? So in that bag, I'll always carry winter boots to be able to walk through the deep snow. Usually a pair of snow pants. I like carrying mitts with me instead of gloves. These are always a bit warmer than gloves. So even if I have gloves with me in the front, I'll usually pack the mitts as well. Usually I've got a toque on anyway when I'm driving or going somewhere. Also a neck warmer that can be used as a balaclava, face covering, just in case it's really windy or blowing out. You want to have that extra gear in a vehicle. So again, if you do have to walk anywhere, if you have to vacate your vehicle, you're not going to be walking a mile or 2 miles or any distance in a suit or a dress. One of the most important things to help you from being stuck in the first place or having an accident on ice or snowy roads is good quality snow tires. There's so many people who go out and think because they have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive that their summer tires are going to be okay. A lot of the time they end up going off the road. So putting good quality tires on are your connection with your vehicle to the road. My truck's old, it's rusty, but I spend a lot of money on tires because that is my connection to the road. That's what keeps me safe. So guys, just to cover some things again, if you are traveling in horrible weather, winter weather, it could be icy, there could be snowstorms. I'm not saying dress for the weather outside, but bring some clothes with you. So if you do go off the road and you have to spend time outside, you have the clothes with you or the equipment with you to be able to be comfortable outside the vehicle in that weather that you're driving in. As well, before you set out on that journey, make sure you do have snow tires on. Make sure you do have winter preps in the vehicle, even snow shovels, traction aids, some form of flag or something to say that you are in distress if you go off the road. Sometimes when you go into a deep ditch as well, people might not be able to see you. So you want to make sure someone's able to see you, someone's able to find you. It only takes a split second for something to go wrong. So having been prepared beforehand for what you're now going to face is a much better option than suffering after the fact. So guys, I hope you found this useful, informative. Make sure you get down there, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Love ya.